Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the world premiere, that's right, world premiere
Absolutely.
of Out of the Box with Joe Leonard. I am Joe Leonard, and with me today is Pastor Jay Hanscom.
Thank you, Joe.
Pastor Jay, he's helping us get our feet wet, so to speak, on this new program. Each week we're going to talk to somebody different from the congregation or from the community, and we're going to talk about faith and ministry and mission projects and events possibly.
Absolutely.
And just kind of get to know what everybody's doing. And we're going to do that outside of the church building. So that's why we're here on our patio today. And so yeah, that's it. But before we get to our topic and any of our discussion, we are going to do What's Up Gafunk.
Amen.
So we're moving What's Up Gafunk into the Out of the Box. What is this, a broadcast? No, it's not a broadcast. It's not a vlog.
Video ministry? That's
Video-
what I've been thinking,
Okay.
but I don't know. I haven't really given a lot of thought.
So instead of doing a separate What's Up Gafunk video, it's going to be part of this video every week. And every Wednesday at noon, this will be posted. So let's go over some of our announcements. First of all, this Friday is Domino's at Godfrey First. It's a ministry that's been going on for about a year or so.
Yeah.
Right?
No, it was pre-COVID.
Was it pre-COVID?
Yeah, I went to one of them, yeah.
So it's been a couple of years now. So awesome. They meet the first Friday of every month. And you're welcome to bring snacks. You can bring a friend if you like. If you don't want to play dominoes, you can bring another game and try to get some people to join you in that. So Domino's this Friday, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. We also have Widows and Friends. A social bingo is next Wednesday at 10:30. Glenda Lincoln Friends. Have you witnessed that? I've not been to any of the bingo.
I've seen it during the day when they're having the event, and they're having lots of fun playing bingo or whatever else they're doing, and it's really fun.
Awesome. So that's next Wednesday at 10:30. Big announcement here. On May 15th, we have the
yes, absolutely.
church picnic. I don't recall us having a church picnic in quite a while. So we're having a church picnic. We're going to have two services like normal, 8:30 and 10:45. But then the picnic will come after a shortened 10:45 service.
Yeah, I'll promise to go short if I can. We'll see how it goes.
He will give us the Cliff Notes version of a message
Yes.
at 10:45, and meat and something is provided,
Yes, sir.
and table service, something like that.
Yeah.
Something is provided. You have to bring something.
Yes, and if you have any questions, as I've learned, you talk to Marcia Thornton. She will get you squared away.
So we want to thank Marcia, and who else is leading that up? Is it
Tina and Margie. Margie.
New member of our church. Oh, Margie. Gotcha. So we want to thank them for that. Then the following Sunday, the 22nd, is youth. Well, it's a big day on the 22nd. We have Youth Sunday in the morning at both services. Members of GPS and Ignite will be there to help lead us in worship.
Yes.
And they're going to help lead the message as well. I'll be doing most of the message, but I think we're going to do the message kind of in this format.
Yeah, rather than just
talk show format kind of thing, where I'll ask the kids about their favorite things and about their faith and all that. So that'll be fun. So that's both services in the morning. We will also burn the prayer cards in the prayer wall at each service, half in the first service, half in the second service, and we let those prayer concerns then symbolically go to God. And so if you want a prayer concern to be added to that and lifted up on the 22nd, please do so. That wall is right outside the choir room in the hallway just past the main office. Also that afternoon is Holy Hiking Boots. Now you've been on this thing a couple times, right?
Twice now, yeah. It's awesome.
Not my thing.
No, but it is good.
Yeah.
We get to, last time we went all the way up to, is it Kempsville?
Campsville.
I was close, and may have got lost in the backwoods for a hot minute, but it was a great time, and it was a good hike, and we get a good chunk of folk to come out. So if you enjoy getting out in nature and just enjoy being with other folk and doing it together, it's a lot of fun. I was really excited the last two times I got to go.
Good. Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. We've gotten a lot of pictures from people that are going there. So if you're interested in doing that, it's Sunday, May 22nd at 1:30 at the Nature Institute. You just meet there, and Tina and her crew will lead everybody through that.
And that's like what, Joe? Maybe 5 minutes from the church, if that.
Depends on where you live.
Right, but if from the church, it's not.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Far. Yeah, so it's really close this time.
There's going to be people at home going, if you're getting there in 5 minutes, you're driving too fast, Pastor Jay.
I do drive too fast.
Just
Church,
saying.
just in case you were curious.
And now, biasedly speaking,
Yes.
if that's a word,
No, it is.
the highlight of the day is Ignite's first performance, which is at 6 o'clock. And we're so excited. We got 31 youth in the group this year.
Awesome.
They love being on the new risers. We were mic'd up and on the risers and everything for the first time Sunday, and boy, do they sound good.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be great.
So we're very excited about that. So May 22nd at 6 o'clock is Ignite's first performance. And then, of course, VBS, just to give you all a heads up to make sure you are aware that's happening, June 26th through the 30th. Ann is putting together all the leaders right now. So if you're interested in participating as a leader or crew leader or something, if you want to help with the decorations, please see Ann McLaughlin. She's also going to be having a board up very soon of things we need.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's going to be snacks and craft items and monetary donations that we're going to be collecting. So if you want to participate there, keep an eye on that and contact Ann McLaughlin. So that's the end of What's Up Gafunk. And people are like, boy, that's a lot shorter than you normally Gafunk. Yeah, I didn't do the theme song and all
No,
that.
yeah,
this
no
time,
theme
so.
song or anything. No.
So we have Pastor Jay Hanscom here
you.
with us today.
Thanks for having me, Joe.
And today is Pastor Jay's birthday.
Yes, it is. I turned 38 today.
So happy birthday, Pastor Jay. But
Thank you.
more importantly, today is also Star Wars Day.
Yes, it is the Star Wars
May
Day.
the 4th be with you.
Absolutely. And also
I was
with
gonna
you.
say-
And also with you.
Our producer is also adding
Producer Susan
commentary
is
today.
over in the back adding her 2 cents. So the other thing we're going to do with Out of the Box, after we do Gafum, we're going to start with a short game, and then we'll get to our discussion. So today, we're playing a fun game called Jesus or Jedi.
Oh, great.
Now, I have several quotes, and some of them are pretty obvious, some are pretty easy.
Oh, good.
But
good,
Jay is
good.
going to guess whether it came from the Bible
Uh-huh.
or from Star Wars. So it's either Jesus or Jedi.
Right.
Some of them, like I said, are very easy. Some of them, not so much.
Oh, we'll see how
All
we
right,
do
so-
today. This feels like Stump the Pastor in a different way.
Stump. So I had to take this quiz online
Oh, yeah.
in order to get all the answers.
Yeah.
And I missed a couple
Oh,
myself.
great. This is going to be fun.
So here we go.
Give me a
I have 30, but we're not going to do all
Oh.
30.
Pick the best ones.
You shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Jesus or Jedi?
Jesus, right?
It is Jesus.
Holy
in
cow,
John
this is
8,
already
32.
really hard.
I don't know the context of it.
I don't
didn't look
remember
that
either.
up. But,
No.
That's from the Bible, Jesus. Here's the one. It's an
Okay.
energy field created by all living things. It surrounds us and penetrates us. It binds the galaxy together.
One would think it could be the Holy Spirit, but that is incorrect. It's the Force. I believe it's in the prequels.
That's actually Obi-Wan in A New Hope.
Oh, in the first one? Oh,
the very first one.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But-
where they explain it midichlorians in the prequels.
Yeah,
That's right.
They get to it later.
Right.
And then Han Solo does it again.
That's right. In the
Yeah.
first one of the New Trilogy.
Right,
That's right. Great role reversal.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
I would have to think that's a Jedi that said that, but I could be wrong.
The Master Jedi
There you go.
said that. We have my Lego Yoda here, and I built Yoda really just for this purpose, because if God didn't say it, Yoda did.
Amen.
And here in this case, that was indeed Yoda.
That was indeed Yoda.
Yoda said that in Phantom Menace. Very
Oh,
first
the
one, yeah.
prequels. Okay.
Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth.
Oh, that one I know.
Easy.
That's Jesus.
Sermon
yes.
on the Mount.
Yeah, absolutely. The attitudes, all that fun stuff.
All energy from the living force, from all things that have ever lived, feeds into the cosmic force, binding everything.
I wish I knew who said it, but it's a Jedi. I'm pretty sure.
It is Jedi.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon.
Oh, Qui-Gon Jinn. Gotcha.
Yeah, he didn't have a whole lot to say. Qui-Gon was in Phantom Menace, which most people tend to, forget about.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was fun watching it when I was first a kid, though. I'll tell you what.
Okay,
was,
so-
it was a packed theater.
oh yeah, it was awesome. And then we left going, that was it?
Right, that was it. I
Yeah.
know. We're what for?
Okay. Truly wonderful, the mind of a child. I think this is one I missed.
I hope it's a Jedi.
It is a Jedi.
Oh, thank goodness. Wow.
It is a
gracious.
Jedi. It was Yoda in Attack of the Clones.
Oh, that's right. I've not watched the animated series. Have you watched the animated series?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I think he says, I think it's in Star Wars 2, in Episode 2.
Oh, is
he
that
says
Attack of the Clones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I guess there's the mini animated series.
I've
called
not watched any of that
Yeah,
stuff.
me neither, but I know that people love it, so.
So if you would have thought that was Anakin that said that, right before he slaughtered all of the
Yeah,
children.
that's true.
That would have been a bad.
Yeah, that's in 3.
Now this one's easy, but I like the way it's Jedi. I'll just tell you now. It comes from Rogue One. I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
the great
Sure.
climactic scene.
Says it, yeah.
Yeah.
And in the quiz that I took online, they say just imagine if you replaced Force with Father
Yeah.
and lived your life that way. I am one
Oh.
with the Father, and the Father is with me.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
We've done Star Wars series in youth group before, and because there's a lot of tie-in
Yes, absolutely.
symbolically. So I love that one. That one's easy. Every word in that sentence is wrong.
That's got to be Jedi.
That is Jedi.
I don't know which one said that.
Luke said it to Rey in The Last Jedi.
Oh, that's right. That's the
When
climactic.
Rey first, he asked Rey what the Force is.
Yep.
And she says something, goes, every word in that sentence is wrong. Luke was such a punk.
Oh,
man.
in the sequels, you better
Yeah.
believe it.
Don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself.
That is Jesus, one of my favorite.
That is Jesus.
Verses about anxiety.
Let the little children come to me.
Oh, that's Jesus.
Yeah,
as
this
well.
is where, the mind of a child, I got those mixed up.
Yeah.
So that's Jesus in Matthew. There is something stronger than fear.
Oh, it's a little vague. I'm gonna go with Jedi on this one.
It is Jedi,
Oh,
but again, it's from the animated series, Star Wars Rebels.
Okay.
I've not seen it, but I like the quote. There's something stronger than fear.
Yes, absolutely.
Sorry, iced tea in the morning. It's my cold caffeine.
If you would like your product sponsored here, by the way, just let us know and I could turn this over to the other side.
All right, let's try to find a couple more.
Sure.
I love this one too. I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Oh, that's prequels and that's Jedi. Oh no, Emperor. No, it's a Return of the Jedi, right?
Nope, it's New Hope. It is Darth Vader.
It's Darth Vader. I thought the Emperor said that.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Oh, that's right. It's that first intro scene to him.
But
Oh.
again, the quiz says Jesus often said similar things to his disciples
Oh,
because they questioned just about everything.
Oh yeah, yep. Well,
Yeah.
we don't have enough time, but yes,
Yeah.
question him a lot.
That is why you fail.
Oh, that's got to be Jedi, but
It
I
is
don't know
Jedi.
why
Yoda
it
said it to Luke.
Again,
Because Luke had so much doubt
that he couldn't do it.
on Dagobah.
Yeah, Dagobah, and he couldn't raise the X-wing out of the swamp.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
And then again, it's a movie thing, I'll tell you now. It's in just about every one of the Star Wars movies. I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
It's said by multiple characters in multiple movies.
Right.
I have food to eat that you don't know about.
I think that's Jesus.
That is Jesus.
Yeah.
And in this context, I did look this one up. Food is the will of the Father.
Oh, right.
So, yeah.
That's very cool.
And then we'll just do one more. It's one of my favorite verses or quotes.
Oh, okay. We'll have to see how it goes.
Do or do not. There is no try.
That is Yoda.
That is Yoda.
That is this guy
That
right
is
here.
my man Yoda.
Oh, that's a great
So that
one.
is Jesus or Jedi. Which is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Oh, I would have to say right now, it's got to be the third one. In the original, so that would be the sixth one. No, Return of the Jedi. Yeah.
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, not Empire Strikes Back, but the Return of the Jedi. That
So
is a great
so
film.
mine is Rogue One.
It's really good.
I really like Rogue One. I shouldn't, but I do.
Do you like The Mandalorian or the Book of Boba Fett better?
Oh, Mandalorian.
Yeah,
Much better.
I like the Book of Boba Fett a lot. Actually, I thought they did some really cool things.
The first time I watched Mandalorian, I didn't care for it, and I went back and binge watched the whole thing and
Right.
loved it.
Mhm.
So I got to do that again with Boba Fett.
Right.
I can't watch. Our world has changed us so much. I can't watch a show once a week.
Right. Exactly.
You got to binge watch. That's
Yep.
just how it is anymore.
And I waited for it and binge watched it. It was very good. It
Yeah.
felt very cohesive and just like a really long movie.
So I like Rogue One the best. Empire Strikes Back was always my favorite of the regular movies.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't really beat. Those
Sue,
two
how much
things.
time do we have? I don't have my.
15 minutes.
Oh, good. We're halfway there.
Perfect.
'Cause I want to keep this under 30 minutes each week, so
Oh,
people
perfect.
can watch. So we're going to dive into stuff. So first of all, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm 38 today. I get to come out here and enjoy throwing ball for Rooney, and it's been great. And I get to enjoy my non-specific coffee this morning. That's excellent. And I'm doing really well.
So one thing I'm going to ask you about the church.
Sure,
A
absolutely.
little bit, and you're in lieu of a state of the church address, we're going to just chat about a couple
Sure,
things going on,
absolutely.
things we'd like to see, and all that.
Sure.
But I mean, you talked about several times in your sermons about making plans, and we never would have seen where we are today a
Oh.
year ago. And like a
Nope.
year ago, things were
Mhm.
totally different. We were in the middle of COVID still, but
Yes.
personally speaking, we've gone through
Oh, a lot of stuff going on.
a lot of personal stuff. You doing okay there?
Yeah,
Everything's
absolutely.
good?
Yeah, everything is good
Awesome.
as it can be.
And I know, I don't want to speak for you, but in our case, the church has been very supportive. I can't say enough about
It's
the cards and texts and emails and people coming up. There are people that at church that, I mean, everybody knows me because I'm up at front all the time.
sure.
And I know everybody's face and I know everybody's name, but I don't know them together.
Right. Yeah.
So I recognize a lot of faces, but there's people that I've never had a conversation with
Mhm.
other than, hey, pass the peace and that kind of stuff,
Right.
that have come to me asking about Susan and me and how we're doing. And it's been really awesome.
Yeah, no, this church, I make this joke whenever I have a chance to. You can't throw a stone and miss a saint at Godfrey First. It's been a huge blessing, and I feel very supported and very loved. It's great.
So, and one thing that we have learned, definitely during COVID, but especially in this past year with personal stuff too, is all plans are in pencil.
Absolutely. Well, there's a reason why Barb, our master bookkeeper for calendar, does not use a pen. She literally doesn't.
Yeah.
There is not a single pen mark in her book, and there's a reason for it. And that might make a sermon one day. But for today, it makes sense for what we're talking about here.
It's so funny, in job interviews, I've been on many of them in my lifetime. One of the questions they used to always ask is, where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? What?
Yeah.
You can't ask me that now,
No.
because there's no way.
Nope. not
I used to
anymore.
say, if there was a job that I really didn't care if I got or not, and somebody asked me that question, I would say, well, I'd like to have your job in 5 years. That didn't really go out well.
No, I don't. Yeah, but I could see how you would want to say it. That'd be fun.
All right, so it seems like, even though we seem to be on the backside of COVID,
Yeah,
and we're coming,
absolutely.
people are still getting it. People in our church are still getting or have
Right.
it right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it seems mostly it's in the rearview mirror.
Mhm.
What are some of the takeaways from the last couple of years that you have about our experience with COVID, and some good things we did, some things you wish we would have done differently?
Some things that I wished we had did, and some things that I'm glad we did. Well, the one thing that I'll say that I'm glad we did is that as our in-person worship continues to start to ascend, but also plateau, but hopefully begins to keep going up, is that our worship numbers online remain consistent week through week.
Mhm.
We really have met the needs of folk who choose to worship in a new way. Yet again, Joe picked on me for preaching on things consistently. I'll preach on reminding everybody that we preached with the iPad in the back that recorded the sermon when I first got there, with
Yeah.
internet, by the way, that was from the 90s, and
Yeah, and like just the sermon.
just the sermon, because
Yeah.
we couldn't do anything
Now,
else.
hold on, I gotta interrupt, because from a music standpoint, I'm sure there are people at home that wish we still just recorded the
Well,
sermon.
now whether or not that may be true, we have made leaps and bounds
Right.
in our service offering, and it seems to be connecting with folk. And as I'll also tattle on myself to have fun, I know that some of them might have an IP address in Maine, where my family's from, but we're still serving a community that we didn't know was there, that was wanting to connect with God and Godfrey in a new way. And I mean, we see folk who are those everyday Sundayers, you know what I mean? They're always there, but something comes up in their life, they join online. And that was not the case before COVID. If you missed
Right.
in-person worship, you likely didn't tune into the sermon for that week. You see what I'm trying to say?
Oh, you most definitely didn't. You just, yeah.
I wish the one thing I could change, but of course, hindsight's 2020. I wish we had pivoted harder into preparing for what to do post-COVID. Does that make sense? Like, I wish we could have really, really prepped to say, all right, when this thing seems to be in the rear view, we're going to launch A, B, and C. That's some of the stuff, but at the same time, trying to balance COVID, bishop, congregation, local, because county law was different back then. That's the thing that we don't remember, churches. We had a lot of different factors playing in on a lot of stuff. When you're trying to balance all of that, it was hard to also pivot into planning for the future. But that is one thing that I wish we could have done a little bit better, is be ready to pivot, because now's the time. I mean, I preached about, for crying out loud, I brought friends in to a sermon, which I'd never expected to do in my ministry. But it's Ross, right? Is it Ross? That pivot scene just sticks in my mind, and we're doing it. We're doing well. Who knew that Holy Hiking Boots? I know I pick on Tina all the time if she's watching this, but who knew Holy Hiking Boots was going to connect with folk at Godfrey First? So we are pivoting. It's just, how do we continue to pivot and use the momentum to push us forward? That's what I want to focus on.
Yeah, the online thing's been really cool, because there's been times when we've been out of town. I've watched from Florida before. We watched from the hospital, of course, a couple times.
Right.
Bob Weaver watched from France.
Yeah, of course he did.
So
and that's awesome.
We went global last week.
International edition, Joe.
That's right. Yeah, he let us know that he has COVID in France, which would be la COVID.
Yeah, la COVID. No.
I don't
No
know.
picking on folk. Any apologies if you feel offended. We didn't
If
mean
you're
it.
French,
Yeah.
you're already offended.
There you go. Oh, Joseph. I'm not with him on that, so.
All right, so yeah, so there's been some good takeaways. Now, about coming out of it, you're right. I wish, but there was really no start date. I mean,
No.
a year or so ago, we thought we were this
done.
point.
Oh, yeah, no, because
And all of a sudden we shut down again.
Yeah, right. And now there's talk, and yet again, I'm not trying to stir up anything, but to ignore it is to ignore it. But there's talk now that there's going to be something else that may, because wasn't there already a state that's thinking about bringing back mask mandates and stuff? And
Yeah.
I don't know what the future holds for Illinois or the country or anything in general, but as far as I can tell, it's going to be in Godfrey First's hands, from what I understand. But that, of course, could change.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the case just about anywhere now. They're going to leave it up to people, because now there's treatments and vaccines and all that kind of stuff. Where before
It was an unknown.
it was an unknown, and we wanted to make sure we offered the safest thing as possible. Because I know there's some people at church that thought, well, we should have done that from the very beginning.
Absolutely.
But that's not how church people think. They feel obligated to go, because we've
Right.
had that discussion about weather in the past, and whether or not to cancel because of bad weather.
And to take out the COVID piece, that's a very good point, which is why one of the things I can promise with COVID, which I couldn't promise before, is we may close the church on a Sunday if it ices, but we'll not stop having worship as long as Joe and I can both make it safely, or whoever else is participating in worship that day can make it to the church, not to endanger everybody else. It's a boon that I wouldn't have expected, or a silver lining.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Because
Out
some
of
people
this.
feel like they have to go,
Right,
and they'll risk whatever to go,
right.
because there was no other option. But now we have this.
But
other
now we
option,
have another
so-
option, and we know that it may not be perfect every Sunday, like last Sunday when I was fighting with Facebook, but it still is enough of an option that we can make it work, and that's the beautiful part.
Right. So what are a couple things that you like that's going on at Godfrey First right now?
I'll always pick on the of Tontina, like I said, the Holy Hiking Boots thing is so much fun. We get people out there, and we get to go, and dogs get to come with us too, which is just great. My pug would not survive the journey, so she stays at home. But we get to do that. Speaking of small animals here, and then
She knows.
yeah, she knows. I don't know how she knew I was talking about a pug. I really enjoy that. I also enjoy doing the video ministry, which I wasn't going to expect, but doing Coffee, Christ, and Conversation, doing this with you right now, I'm really enjoying that, and how we can connect with folk in new ways. I'm also enjoying being able to go back. This is more pastor than just congregation, but I really enjoy being able to get back and go do hospital visits. Something you would not have thought about during COVID, that I wasn't really allowed to go and do many hospital visits, because if I went, I blocked a loved one from coming. And that was really hard to balance, wanting to be a pastor to provide peace and comfort, but then also knowing that if I did so, I'd block a family member. So what I like that's changing and what's going on at church is that I'm able to get back out and do stuff in the community and visit more folk. Which, by the way, if you need to visit, let Barb or I know and we'll get it all squared away. So
what are you not a fan of?
what am I not a fan of at Godfrey First United Methodist Church?
What's going on that as soon as you walk out and get in your car, you're like,
One more thing. What's the last thing? I'm trying to think. I love Godfrey so
I'll
much.
go.
You'll go first? All right,
I'll go.
I'll think.
I'll go. And I think you're going to say this too. We were experiencing a lack of people stepping up to be on committees and
that's an easy one.
serving
Sorry,
and
yeah,
things
that's
like that,
absolutely right.
right? I think that's starting to turn
Yes,
a little bit.
absolutely.
You're starting to see people lead a little bit more.
Mhm.
I also know, and we're not going to talk about it today, we'll talk about it down the road, but the potential split coming up.
Yep.
Again, with COVID, we've had differences of
Yes.
opinions in our church, all kinds of things. So at times, I'll be honest, I can feel a little tension because there's a
Sure.
lot of
Anxiety,
side
Joe.
conversations and stuff going on because we're not ready to have the big conversations
I don't believe so.
yet. And the bishop actually says there's really no need to do it yet. Some churches
yet.
have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
And just to be frank, Joe, if anybody really needs to talk about it, and I said this in the sermon a few weeks ago, come talk to me. I would love to speak with you on it. But
it's not like we're avoiding it.
no, that's not the point. But
It's just with general conference still 2 years away. There's
Yes.
there's no purpose in
No.
talking about it yet
It-
because everything can change.
everything can change
In a
in
year
2
or two.
years, and that's the key point. So yeah, but I will admit that, like you said though, that yes, we're pivoting into more leadership, but I can always use some more. That's the beautiful thing about running church that I'm beginning to fully understand is delegation is extremely important. It frees up time for other things. So, and it gets people involved and bought in. So, and I want to also thank all the current leadership that is sacrificially giving. From all the way down to, just so that I can make sure I name them, the folk that provide the snacks during the middle hour. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That ministry is huge. It helps fill in that time, and even the new Sunday school teachers, Glenda and Connie, you know, it's a huge help. So I just want to focus in on those things, but if there's more, I want to make sure we can get people to do their full leadership qualities,
Yeah,
you know?
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Let me know when we're at 25 minutes.
You're at 27.
All right, so we have 3 minutes left.
3 minutes, let's go, Joe. What you got for
All right,
me?
I want to touch real quick on Extreme Church Makeover.
Yes.
We're seeing our space slowly being transitioned
Yes.
into a more flexible space. We've had the Great Rivers Choral Society out
Yeah.
there. We're having the Middle School Honors Choir, the Seasons of Life Choir. We have PEO that meets there. The United Women's whatever group. What is that group that did the
Oh, Church Women United.
Church Women United? They're talking about meeting in our space.
And that's
so-
on them, but we've opened an invitation.
Yeah, so we've opened an invitation to several different
Yes.
groups to come and meet. And
Oh, we were this close to hosting Beverly Farm for their Parents' Day, but guess what day they wanted to come out? Friday of the rummage sale. And I looked at him and I said, there's only one day on our calendar that you literally can't use the building.
Right.
It's the rummage sale. So I'm hopeful they call back, but of course it's up to them. But I would love to be able to host an event like that.
So with just a couple minutes left, what do you see for Godfrey First for the rest of 2022? And starting July 1st, you'll start your 4th year with us. Is that correct?
Oh my goodness
Is my math right?
gracious. Yeah, your math
So you're
is
wrapping
right.
up your 3rd year.
19, 20, 21. No, wait, yeah. I was appointed in 19, so 20, 21, 22. Holy cow, 4th year. A
You didn't
lot.
know math was going to be involved.
No,
in
I
today's
didn't, and I did not sign up to be a pastor to do mathematics live. But I'm excited to pivot into the 4th year, being comfortable knowing pretty much everybody at the church, the extended church family. The hardest part for a pastor, and this is no joke, is to learn how everybody's related to one another, literally and with friendship networks. So I feel like I'm doing that. I also feel like one of the analogies seminary taught me is that the congregation, as you stay consistent and build relationships, it's like putting money into a bank. and I feel like I'm finally ready to start spending some of that investment. And one of the main ways that we can pivot is that I have gotten some excitement about bringing back Faith in Action.
Mhm.
But this is not something that I can do by myself, church. I will be, spoilers, I guess, be meeting with Don Long Jr. This Thursday to talk to him about it, to see how he ran it and how it worked and who the people in the community is that he spoke with. But I'm going to need more context and, just like we've been talking about, volunteers and particularly leaders. And that'll be the key point. But there is excitement and I can feel it. So my goal for 2022 is to, by the fall, if we can't get Faith in Action running in 2022, which that's the goal, is to get it running. But if not, have a firm 110% plan to launch it in 2023. That would be the goal, because I think that this church is craving to get outside the box.
Look at that. It's almost like you wrapped that on purpose.
I did. I thought we did good today. But no, that's what this whole thing is about, right? It's about making sure that we can connect with church. We do, and Joe and I think we both agree on this. Godfrey is one of the most welcoming churches on planet Earth. Everybody feels loved when they come in, and we can go out there and be an inviting church as well and welcome folk in the community into doing mission with us. I think it would be a great idea.
And I think, as we've talked about, because of COVID and because of the denomination and other things going on, that people have been hesitant
Sure.
to commit,
Yes.
just because they're unsure about what's happening, and because all their plans are in pencil too.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, because that's a fair thing to honor. Is just like the churches in pencil, y'all lives are in pencil as well. So it's a good point.
Yeah. So to wrap up, we have a little surprise for you
Oh my
I'll trust
goodness
myself.
gracious!
for Pastor Jay's birthday.
Oh, thank you very much.
Say hi, everybody, Sue. Look, everybody, there's Sue.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Oh, that's great. Well, thank you very much. I was not expecting this
Well, you may not get it lit.
in time.
Oh, is it too windy?
No, I think the
You got
wax
the
isn't
cake.
one enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got both sides of the cake. No bloopers today on outside the box.
I might burn my hand before the candle light.
Oh, you got that one.
Did I
think.
put them in upside
Oh,
down?
there we go.
No, they're
One.
good. If you put them in upside down, that'd be funny, but I don't think you did.
I think we may only get a couple for,
Oh, look,
There we go.
it's sparkling.
but they're sparkly. So we'll
Oh, that's so
we'll keep
cool.
bright and then we'll let you spit all over your own cake.
Oh, thank you, Joe. That's so
And you can
sweet.
take-
All right, well,
All right. Well, happy birthday, Pastor Jay.
Thank you
for
for
Happy
joining
birthday.
thank
for
you.
this first episode of Out of the Box. I was thinking that in honor of Star Wars, this should actually be episode 4.
Oh, yes.
And then-
That's.
We
I
should
don't-
do 4, 5, and 6, and then go back to 1, 2, and 3, and then
then-
7, 8, 9,
Yeah.
and confuse everybody.
And then throw in a
So this
roast
is
one.
episode 1. Next week, let me come down here. Next week, I'm going to have members of GPS and Ignite with me, and we're going to talk about Youth Sunday, the first performance, what those ministries mean to them. We just wrapped up GPS for the school year, so we actually had this discussion Sunday about what they liked and didn't like, similar to our discussion
Oh,
today.
very cool.
So we're going to have a couple GPS and Ignite members with us next week to talk about youth and those two programs.
Great. Are they going to meet here at the house or?
I haven't decided yet.
Oh, okay. That'll be fun to see where you guys go for the next Out of the Box.
It'll have to be, yeah, I got to figure out with school and everything
True.
what to do right now. So,
Yeah.
so that's it. Thank you everyone for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it. If you liked what you saw, share it. That's
Yes,
the only. I
please.
mean, we have to bring Christ to people,
Yes, absolutely.
right? As our mission.
And bringing people to Christ and Christ to people.
And
we
we're
gotta
not.
do
We
it.
can't take Christ to people if we keep them to ourselves.
Mhm.
So share it on your own page. There'll be a YouTube link. You can send that, text it, whatever to whoever you want, and share what's going on, not only at Godfrey First, but in Christ community.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I'm gonna blow out these candles real quick. Oh, thank you very much, Joe.
Will they
and Susan.
relight?
They might relight.
I don't think they will. I think it was just sparkle.
I
All
thought they
right,
were
that's
trickling.
it. Out of the box. Blessings, everyone.
Blessings, everyone.